Welcome back to another episode of the Microgreen Thumbcast. This is the go-to podcast for all things microgreens. I'm Mike with the Microgreen Business Coaching and Itty Bitty Microfarm, and today we're diving deep into part 3 of our series, dealing with competitors and blazing your own trail. In case you missed the last week's episode, we focused on market research. Today we're going to focus on how we use market research for our competitors' analysis. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let me introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, the sultan of sprouts, the mysterio of microgreens, the guy who once grew arugula so good it made a chef cry. My co-host, Andy. How's it going today, Andy?
Good.
Some competitor analysis. Identifying key competitors. You can play the game if you don't know the players, right? Got to know the players to play. Competitors analysis helps you know where you're going up against the direct competitors who are selling the same types of microgreens as you are. And then there's the indirect competitors. Maybe they're selling full-time veggies, herbs, or maybe a few microgreens on the side. So Google them, visit their farms, farmers markets if they're at them, scout them out, social media, or whatever you need to do to get to know your competitors. Andy, I know you have been insanely busy building out that farm flow program, but have you ever Googled see who else is out there for you and what they're doing?
Yeah, here and there. I mean, when we first started, before we even opened the business, we did a lot of local research to try and find anybody that was doing what we were doing, and thankfully, we didn't find anyone. We didn't even find the one competitor that was actually in the grocery store that we tried that we got into initially. So, but I mean, it's definitely nice to keep an eye on what they're doing for sure. Because when the guy went out of business that was in that grocery store, we saw all of his clients. We knew who he was working with, so we went right to them and said, "Hey, I'm guessing you're not getting microgreens anymore. We can hook you up."
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye on their clients. I'm not saying go step on their toes unless you really are like that. I try and avoid that when I can, but for the most part, if they go out of business, then obviously it's fair game at that point. So definitely keep track of what they're doing.
Yeah, you definitely can coexist, like Andy's talked about in the past, doing different things of what they were doing in the grocery store. So
Yep.
you guys could coexist. You don't have to take people out. Plenty of room for all of us in this business.
Yep.
All right.